So I've been debating whether to start internet dating. A couple of friends are doing it, and even though they haven't found the one, they're having fun doing it, and I'm really broke and could use the free meals. Think though. Think about how our conversation would go. They ask all the basic questions. Where were you born? Where did you go to school? What do you do for a living? And I don't want to just say that I'm a waitress and that I sell really expensive cheese. So I casually mention that I do educational work, public speaking. And they say, oh, what do you educate on? And I say, oh, violence against women. And then most are not dumb enough to ask, so how did you get into that? But even if they don't ask that last question, where does the conversation really go from there? Heavy wooden doors that close too soon. The couple disappears out of sight. I can't make sound to call out. Up around the spiraled staircase they climb. It winds its way around my head. The first step I stand on, looking down at him, looking up at me. On the floor, I scream, I hit, I bite, I draw blood. His tongue or penis, I don't remember. Biting, screaming, praying. My mind is taken over to save me. My brain says I'm not here. I am here. He is raping me. I am strong. I can't stop him. I am strong. I can't stop him. The man chased him away. He took off his shoes to escape faster. The man came back to hold me, half unclothed, half departed, half unknown. He's holding me. The police and my face detectives asking me questions. Merci, merci, merci. I speak in the only French I know. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So hysterical, lying in a puddle of my own urine, wrapped in a pink comforter with triangles of design. The man's embrace, my salvation. After the ambulance, after the hospital, after the exams, after the rape kit, after the emergency contraceptives, after the HIV prevention medication, after the new clothes, after the crap food I couldn't ingest, after the police station, after him, I return to the hotel. My friends cry with me, hold me, I hang on for dear life. Life taken away, life stolen, life just knows more about. I hate that he knows more about what. I hate that he knows more about what happened. I hate that he knows more about what happened to. I hate that he knows more about what happened to my. I hate that he knows more about what happened to my body. I hate that he knows more about what happened to my body than I do. I was with my friend the other day, and I was wearing these black knee-high boots, and he was like, I like your boots. And I was like, thanks, I got raped. And he looked at me like I was a crazy person. I mean, he looked at me like I was severely disturbed, and I was like, what? I got raped. I got money for being raped, so I bought some boots. I mean, they were on sale, but I got some boots. They're my rape boots. And overcast in these rooms, I disturb myself sometimes. In these rooms, I didn't like myself. It lasted for so long, I didn't remember what there was to like, to love, to cherish, to take care of, to stand waiting for the approaching subway and thinking about jumping, knowing that you would never do it, but hating the fact that these were even thoughts, taking up space in your mind, wondering how you have reduced yourself to nothing. One day, you wake up and you realize that it's possible. Not quite that anything is possible, but that you can get to the other side of this. And when you believe it, even if it lasts just for a moment, it is like coming out of hibernation. It is like awakening from a coma. And instead of your friends and family standing around your bedside, it's you. Finally seeing yourself. Finally seeing the world and that colors exist, and finally seeing yourself in this colorful world. But this moment doesn't last forever. It isn't magic, and it isn't a drug, though for a moment it feels almost as good. Damn, there's work involved. But here's the brilliant thing. When again you start to slide down that slippery slope, you panic. Because you know what lies ahead, and you know how long you'll be there. So you start to claw your way out. And every time you stumble, you don't fall so far. But here's the tricky thing. That slippery slope you know well. It's comfortable and dark. It's lonely and familiar. It's gray and overcast, and it feels like home. It happens again where just for a moment, catch a glimmer of how colorful the world is, of how bright the top of the mountain is, and you start